What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So as you see in the thumbnail, this video is going to be the new bike hauler project. So here we got a old camper that I got off my girlfriend's uncle. It's got a great steel frame, great chassis to build off of to make it into a sick bike hauler. And if you haven't checked out the video previous of this, installing the hitch, so I could tow it. So I'm gonna get this thing hooked up and see how it looks on there. It should look pretty cool. This should be a really cool bike hauler. It's got a lot of potential. So this video is going to be part one of maybe like a 3-part series, tearing it down, redecking it, figuring out where to put the bike and maybe an extra spot for one of my buddy's bikes or whatever the case may be. So we are going to hook this up on the GTI and take a sick picture. There's the camper hooked up, looks pretty sick. I think I might have to get a little bit more of a lift ball, but maybe I can lower the frame a little bit. But GTI is looking sick with it. Can't wait until it's torn down and my bike's behind it. But yeah, it's not sagging too much. The rear springs are kind of stiff, so pretty simple setup. So I'm gonna pull this around, tear all this side paneling off, the canvas off, everything to make it a bare camper. All right, so the trailer is in the garage. It's not in the garage, it's in the driveway. Backed it in nice and good. I just went to the junkyard, picked up a center cup holder console, black, for the GTI. It's not all there, but it's better than the non-cup holder one, like this, like that. So that's cool. And I also picked up a hazard switch. Mine didn't work, and I saw this cool wheel cap off of Mark III. So scoop those up. So now we're gonna start tearing this thing down. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know if this corner bead's gonna cooperate, but here's your final look at it. And I'll update you guys as we go. I'm gonna try and take the top off, get the canvas off, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so this thing is fucking disgusting. Looks like there was a rats living in it, so but I'm gonna take this hinge off. This will fall off, same with that side, and then that the canvas will fall off. And that's the disgusting part because it's super old. But let's get a million Phillips head screws out of here. All right, so that went pretty well actually. One side of the canvas is off. Now my dad's pulling his truck up so we can throw it right in the fucking bed, take it to the dump. Now we're gonna do this side, same concept, and then all the dirty part will be gone, and then we can start taking the fucking all the walls off and shit and get it down to a bare base. The bed side is done. It's in the back of the truck. Looks pretty good. Now we're gonna tear this down, tear the walls down, and then go from there. Should be pretty straightforward. Same thing. Take all the corner bead screws off and break this down, and then yeah, figure out what we're gonna do. Go over some brainstorming, either put bike here, compartments in the middle, or big compartment right here. There's a lot to do, so let's start tearing these walls down, throw you guys back on the time lapse. So the rear is busted off with the good old sledgehammer. Now we got to do it to both sides, then the front, and then we'll have a bare piece of plywood, bare chassis. Rip up the plywood and see what we're gonna do about covering it back up. So back on the time lapse. Actually, I'm not gonna do a time lapse. I'm just gonna get that done right now. Ready? It is all done. Not really, but the sides are off. Starting to look pretty good actually. Now we gotta pry up all this plywood. So we'll see how it turns out. But it's definitely gonna be pretty cool. I'm getting pretty hyped because this only took about 30 minutes to demo, so the rest of it is all the fun stuff, painting, prepping, doing all that stuff. So stay tuned and see how it turns out when we start prying up this plywood, and maybe go into Tractor Supply, see if we can get some supplies. All right, so it's going pretty good. We just got these long ass pry bars getting up under there. Good thing the plywood's old, so it's just ripping through, but these aren't a big deal. We can grind them down, cut them, and they'll be okay. So now we just got to get that other sheet out, and this thing will be almost a bare chassis. And I guess I don't know if I'll start painting or what today, because I want to go over it, get the maybe new tires and stuff. But it's going very quickly. I didn't think it would go this fast, but it's gravy work, so I'm gonna keep ripping it apart and show you guys when it's down to a bare chassis frame roller. All right guys, I don't know when the last time I updated you was, but sorry, there's a lot of noise going. It is down to bare frame. I am cutting off all these self-tappers throughout the whole thing, cutting them all off. I just went to AutoZone, picked up a whole bunch of raptor liner, and I picked up 3 cans of raptor liner. So we're going to be doing that in this video. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm gonna grind all these off, take the frame down to like bare metal as I can, clean it, and then we'll throw some coats of bed liner on it. So it's gonna look pretty sweet by the end of today. So stay tuned. All the studs are cut off. Now it's time to strip it down to bare metal and throw a coat of raptor liner on it. It's gonna look sick. All right guys, so this is just a light scuff, ground down all the self-tappers. Now I'm gonna give it a really good cleaning. I still got to go back over it, but I'm gonna clean it, scuff it again, and then clean it again, and then put it in the garage, cover everything, and spray on some bed liner, and hopefully it turns out sweet. It should turn out pretty cool. We got to get the garage nice and warm, so because it's kind of cold out. It's probably like 45, 50 with some wind. And yeah, I gotta get these stickers off. I wanted to leave them on just because they're cool. They're really old stickers, but you got to get that nice bar nice and bed line so you can flex a little bit. All right, so I just gave it a light sanding. Now I'm gonna hit it with my concoction of degreaser and pressure wash it, because it's still got a whole bunch of dirt on it, like caked up. So that's the only thing that's really gonna get it off. So I'm gonna lay this thing in some degreaser and pressure wash it. All right, it is back from air drying it out. It looks pretty good. It's already starting to flash rust in some of these spots, like right here. It's starting to flash rust already. So I'm going to scuff it up again and clean it. Scuff it, clean it. Look at that right there. And like not even half an hour rusting. So scuff it, clean it, bring it in the garage. It's gonna be nice and warm in here. Gonna get the propane heater out, cover everything up, and give it a spray with the bed liner, and should look pretty sweet on part 1 of this video. So definitely, if you're halfway through this video, stay tuned, and stay tuned for part 2 and 3. Probably gonna do it in 3 parts. Part 2 will be decking it, figuring out all the tie down situations, running the lights, etc. And then yeah, so let me get this done. Don't want to bore you with everything, so get this done, and I'll show you guys when it's in the garage ready to spray. Alrighty guys, so it is in the garage. I primed all the bare metal spots. Well, not all of them, but most of the big ones that matter. We're gonna see if this bed liner will stick to that sticker, but yeah, it's primed, it's ready to go. Gonna get the heater on so it gets hot in here, so the metal gets a little bit hotter, so we can give it a good surface to stick to. I think I might just finish off this can of primer because there's not much left, so I'll just spray this so it turns out as best as it can. This is what I'm using, Raptor truck bed coating in black. I got 3 cans, so hopefully that does it. And then yeah, I'm gonna let it get hot in here, and then we'll start spraying. Alright guys, so that is the first coat done. Getting the breather out here because you got the propane going, you got the aerosol going, so looks pretty good. I'll show you guys in a second, and then we gotta hit it with another coat after 15 minutes, and then probably another 3rd coat, however much I have left in the can. So yeah, it looks turned out pretty good. I'm getting pretty excited about it, so I'll show you guys in a second. Here is the first coat. Looks pretty good. I won't time lapse the next coat. I'll just lay it on there, and then I'll show you guys when it's done, and then I'll show you guys in like 3 hours when it's hardened and all the texture's there. Sorry, my eyes are burning. So yeah, I'll get back with you guys in a second. It's been a couple hours. It is dry. It feels nice and textured. It looks sick. So I'm gonna end the video here. If you like it, make sure you subscribe for part 2, and we're gonna be decking it. Going to track supply tomorrow, see what we can get for it. Get a light kit so we can wire up the lights, and then we got to splice in the lights for the GTI. So yeah, be sure to subscribe and like the video, comment, ask me some questions, whatever you want to do. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.